And today's topic is murmuring. All right. Yeah, look at that thumbnail right there. That's back when I had braids. What is it, the braids? All right, it's back when I had braids. All right, that's all right. All right, cool. So, murmuring, the quiet destroyer. All right, yes, murmuring is a quiet destroyer. All right, so you see it. We here, IUIC Tampa in the house. All right, so we're going to get into it because I think it's very important to understand murmuring, right? What is murmuring? How can it affect the community? How can it affect your spirit? How can it affect the body, right? And I'm going to say it, disunification. Can I say that? That's a word. Okay, thank you. I got the thumbs up. The disunification of the body and how we're trying to grow, okay? It is a quiet destroyer, okay? Not only to your soul, but also to the body, okay? To the body as well of believers. Let's start out with Romans chapter 15, and we're going to start in verse 1.
The book of Romans chapter 15, verse 1.
Mm-hmm.
We then that are strong ought to bear the infirmities of the weak.
Right. So we that are strong in the scriptures, strong in understanding, strong in experience, we have to bear the iniquities, or the infirmities rather, of the weak. How do we do that? Well, we got to be able to have patience. We got to be able to see what our brothers and sisters are going through. We got to be able to have foresight, wisdom, knowledge, and understanding to show them how to get out of the infirmities or the situations or the issues that they're in. And guess what we also have to do? We have to have sacrifice, because it's going to take time. It's going to take you going out of your way to bear the infirmities of those that are weak, meaning you're going to have to give yourself up a lot, which also means that you're going to have to stop thinking about yourself and start thinking more about your people. Read.
And not to please ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
Let every one of us please his neighbor for his good to edification.
Right. So let every one of us please his neighbor for his good. Because a lot of times, and I'm going to keep it real, especially with black people, okay? We be quid pro quo. We be like, well, you get something, I get something, we both get something. Okay? Can we make a deal? I'm going to help you, but it got to help me out a little bit, right? I could take you 15 miles, but I need 12 miles worth of gas. All right? It ain't always got to be like that. Sometimes you got to give more than you receive, okay? The Lord says it is better to give than it is to receive. We have to have that type of mindset, especially in the spiritual matters. Come on.
For even Christ pleased not himself.
Say it again.
For even Christ pleased not himself.
So to be Christ-like means that we can't go into the mindset, or we can't have the mindset going into the situation to please ourselves. It's not about you anymore. Once you come into Israel united in Christ, it's not about you anymore. Read.
But as it is written.
As what?
As it is written.
Okay.
The reproaches of them that reproach thee fell on me.
That's what Christ said. As it is written. I think it's in Psalm 69. It says, we ain't got to get it. It says, and it's in Isaiah 53. It's in all throughout the scriptures. The reproach of our sins, reproaches of them that reproach thee fell on me. Who is that me? It's talking about Christ. You understand? He died for the nation of Israel, for us. So we could say, I said this the other day, a lot of us say we want to die, or we're willing to die for this truth. We're willing to die for leadership. We're willing to die for Christ. We're willing to die for this thing. What? Okay. So why don't you die to yourself? If that's the case, why don't you start by dying to the man that you was yesterday? Why don't you start by dying to the sister that you was yesterday? You see that? Start there, okay? Read.
For whatsoever things were written aforetime.
So the things that were written aforetime, what our forefathers went through, what our foremothers went through, the trials, the tribulations, the heartache, the pain, the overcoming, the trials, overcoming trials and the triumphs. Those things were written aforetime for what? Read.
Were written for our learning.
For what?
For our learning.
And this is why we have classes all day, every day, for our learning. You got the opportunity to grow, but you just got to show. You like that? All right, keep reading.
That
Shout out
we,
to my young men of valor in the house. All right, go ahead.
that we, through patience and comfort of the scriptures, might have hope.
Right. So these scriptures, as we study, as we learn, it's going to bring patience. And then that patience, after a while, turns into comfort in the scriptures. Why? Because it's going to build our faith. It's going to build our understanding. And then, go back to verse 1.
Verse 1, we then that are strong ought to bear the infirmities of the weak and not to please ourselves.
Why? Because we've learned. It's built our patience, and now we comfort ourselves in the faith of Christ through our experience, and we're able to strengthen others. Okay? That's the goal, and that's why we're here. Okay? So, again, we're going to go into murmuring, the quiet destroyer. Yes, it happens. Yes, brothers get into it. Yes, sisters get into it. And sometimes it creeps up on you and you don't realize that you're doing it, okay? What's the difference between venting, gossiping, and murmuring, or just talking about a situation? Well, a lot of times, murmuring and gossiping is when you're talking about a situation, you're upset about a situation, but you don't have any solutions towards the situation. You don't bring forth any godly solutions, or you don't want to talk about it like a Matthew 18 with that person. But you keep it to yourself, you keep it to others, and that's where it stays. And it festers, and then it grows into a gas of destruction and villainy.
The hell is this?
But seriously, okay? Let's go to Numbers chapter 14. And let's start at verse 2.
The book of Numbers, chapter 14, verse 2.
We're going to get some examples, some history, the things written aforetime, written for our learning. Come on.
And all the children of Israel murmured against Moses and against Aaron.
You know how many people it has to be to say all the children of Israel? That's a lot. Okay, we're not just talking about one or two or three or four. We're talking about, read it again.
And all the children of Israel murmured against Moses and against Aaron.
Read verse 1.
Verse 1, and all the congregation lifted up their voice and cried, and the people wept that night.
Come on.
And all the children of Israel murmured against Moses and against Aaron.
You see that? So they murmured against Moses, their leader, and against Aaron, who was also their leader. The congregation. Why? Because things wasn't going the way that they wanted it to go. They were inconvenienced. They felt a certain type of way. So they all started to murmur against the children of Israel, or rather the leaders of Israel. Can you read it?
And the whole congregation.
And the what?
And the whole congregation
said
unto them, would God that we had died in the land of Egypt? Or would God we had died in this wilderness?
You see that? They're like, Moses, look, man, it's hot. We ain't got the food. Remember the leeks and the fish and the cucumbers? We was eating good in slavery. You done brought us out here. We can't even get no salmon, Moses. We ain't even got no red snapper, Moses. You understand that? So they were slightly inconvenienced and said, man, it was better that we had stayed in Egypt. I know we was in slavery for 400 years and some change. You know, we was over there, okay? We was treated bad. We was beaten, abused. But I tell you what, Moses, it was better than what you're doing right here.
What?
You know? We ain't got no ice water. We got nothing, Moses. And they said it's better to die than to be here with you.
Bruh.
Not only with you, but with the Lord who's leading you. These type of spirits, when you're inconvenienced and when you're not feeling a type of way, or when you're feeling a type of way about a situation, if it goes unchecked, it will grow and it will ground itself and become roots of bitterness, and then it'll take you over. And now you'll be part of the congregation that's speaking against Moses or against the leaders and against his people. Okay? Let's go to Numbers chapter 16. So that was the congregation, right? We think of that as, maybe the brothers, maybe the sisters, maybe the children. But let's see who else had that type of spirit. Come on.
Numbers chapter 16, verse 1.
Mm-hmm.
Now, Korah, the son of Ishar, the son of Kohath, the son of Levi, Dathan, and Abiram, the sons of Eliab, and On, the son of Peleth, sons of Reuben, took men.
Took what?
Took men.
So them started with them, and then they took men with them. Okay, keep reading.
And they rose up before Moses with certain of the children of Israel.
With certain of the children of Israel, read.
250 princes of the assembly, famous in the congregation, men of renown.
So these men took 250 men, princes, meaning that they had royalty, they had status, they had a position among the people. And it said, men of renown. These weren't just regular people. These that goes into your warriors. These goes into your men that had names, that knew how to fight, that knew how to move congregations, that was praying for the people, fasting for the people, that was there for the people. So not only was it all the congregation, but you also see that there were men who had renown and had status in the congregation. What did these men do? Let's keep reading.
And they gathered themselves together against Moses.
No, that says gathered with Moses.
Against Moses.
Oh, okay. Come on.
And against Aaron.
And
said unto them, Ye take too much upon you, seeing all the congregation are holy, every one of them, and the Lord is among them. Wherefore then lift ye up yourselves above the congregation of the Lord.
Right, you take too much upon you. The Lord's with us too. You and Aaron. What you put too much upon yourselves. How about, you stop thinking yourself so high, Moses? How about you stop thinking yourself so high, Aaron? You lift yourself up above the congregation of the Lord.
What?
He brought us all out of Egypt. Not just you, not just Aaron. All right, keep reading.
And when Moses heard it, he fell upon his face.
So he didn't say anything. And I want us to get into the understanding of the mindset of Moses. He didn't argue. He didn't ball up his fists and get ready to fight. He said that he did what?
He fell upon his face.
Why did he fall upon his face? In prayer. He understood that he had to bear the infirmities of those that are weak. You understand that? He thought about his people more than he thought about himself at that moment. His pride didn't get in the way. His anger, because Moses, he had got angry at one point. After a while, okay, that's another class. But he didn't let it get in the way at this moment. He fell on his face, and what happened?
And he spake unto Korah and unto all his company, saying, Even tomorrow the Lord will show who are his, and who is holy, and will cause him to come near unto him. Even him whom he hath chosen will he cause to come near unto him.
So Moses fell on his face, and he's like, oh, come on. We still dealing with this? Not only is it the congregants of the body, now it's men that are close to Moses. Men that have seen the power move through Moses. Men that see Aaron do and say things to get whole nations to fall. And now I got my own leaders talking about me.
The hell is this?
You know what? Fine. If this is what you want, this is what you shall have. We'll meet tomorrow, and we'll see who the Lord's dealing with. Keep reading.
This do. Take you censures, Korah, and all his company, and put fire therein, and put incense in them before the Lord tomorrow. And it shall be that the man whom the Lord doth choose, he shall be holy. Ye take too much upon you, ye sons of Levi. And Moses said unto Korah, Hear, I pray you, ye sons of Levi.
Listen to me. Come on.
Seemeth it but a small thing unto you, that the God of Israel hath separated you from the congregation of Israel.
He's saying, look, I guess it's a small thing to you that the Lord chose you among all the children of Israel. You're the Lord's portion. Like, you don't get land because you belong to the Lord. Everybody has to take care of you. You know, you get put in the suburbs. You get the best of the offerings. Like, or the sacrifices. Like, I don't understand. Maybe it's not good enough for you. And that's where murmuring starts to come in. When certain things you feel isn't good enough for your expectations. Forget that the Lord put them there. Forget that the Lord put the purple and gold on them or brought them through the doors, took them out of all type of wickedness, from being drunk, from being whoremongers, from being crackheads, from being abusers of selves with mankind, from being pastors in the so-called pastors in the Christian church, women wearing pants and doing all type of abominable. Forget the fact that the Lord changed them and brought them in here. You're inconvenienced because of something that they're doing, or something that they're not doing for you. Keep reading.
To bring you near to himself, to do the service of the tabernacle of the Lord, and to stand before the congregation to minister unto them.
So that's not good enough for you, sons of Levi. I get it. Read.
And he hath brought thee near to him, and all thy brethren, the sons of Levi, with thee. And seek ye the priesthood also?
And you seek ye the priesthood also? Among all the children of Israel, you the closest. How does that relate to today? Because out of all the people or the children of Israel out in the world, you are the closest to God in this truth. In this truth, you are the closest to God you have ever been in your whole entire life. You've never been closer to God because now you know his ways. Now you know his heart. You know the mind of God. And through your leadership, through our leadership, we get the direction of God. But that's not good enough for you. Read.
For which cause both thou and all thy company are gathered together against the Lord. And what is Aaron, that ye murmur against him?
What did Aaron do? What did he do that you murmur against him? I mean, I remember a point where, this is Moses talking. I'm just putting it in layman's terms. Where I went up to the mountaintop for 40 days and 40 nights, and I was with the Lord. And it took too long. And y'all said, Aaron, we don't know what happened to Moses. Go ahead and make us a god.
What?
And Aaron said, you know what? You're right. Go ahead, give me your gold earrings and your necklaces, and I'm going to rear you up a standing golden calf, and this is going to be our God. And Moses did that for y'all. And it didn't end up too good. So what did Aaron do? Right? Sometimes you catch a stray just by default. Right? You be in leadership and all y'all leadership be talking about us. What are you talking about, bro? Sometimes the sisters, all the leadership wise, what are you talking about? Right? Like, bro, we just talked yesterday. And now you saying that the leadership don't like you? When you say leadership, you mean leadership. That means from the bishop all the way down. Everybody. And sometimes it happens like that. You catch a stray just for being in leadership.
Bruh.
You understand? And that's where murmuring starts. Okay? Let's keep reading.
And Moses sent to call Dathan and Abiram, the sons of Eliab, which said, we will not come up.
So they said, look, we ain't gonna come up. All right, Moses, we not gonna do that. This goes to that brother and sister that be like, look, you should get counsel. And they say, nah, I'm good. We ain't really got an issue like you think we got an issue. It's not that big a deal. Well, if you're talking about it and you feel some type of way about it, and it makes disunification, I like that word. That's the word. All right, write that down. Disunification amongst the congregation, it's a big deal. Okay? It's a big deal. Read.
Is it a small thing that thou hast brought us up out of the land that floweth with milk and honey, to kill us in the wilderness, except thou make thyself altogether a prince over us?
Right. Keep reading.
Moreover, thou hast not brought us into a land that floweth with milk and honey.
So this is the men talking to Moses. Abiram, Dathan, Eliab, the sons of Eliab. Read.
Or given us inheritance of the fields and vineyards.
So they didn't know that they had to go through the wilderness for some time to purge out certain spirits of doubt and fear and disbelief. They say, you ain't bring us into a land of milk and honey or to give us an inheritance. Read.
Wilt thou put out the eyes of these men? We will not come up.
Right. You going to put their eyes out. You over us. You going to hurt them. We ain't going to come up. We ain't going to help you. We ain't going to get this straightened out. You understand? Murmuring stems from disbelief and from doubt. That what? That God's not going to intervene. That God isn't in the middle. You think you brought yourself in this truth, don't you? You think that a brother right there or a sister over here, they brought themselves into this truth. We got to remember that the Lord brought us all here for this particular point in time.
That's
for a
right.
reason. Now, either your reason is going to be, for a real reason, or it's just going to be for a real season. You got to decide, okay? That's why the scripture says to make your calling and election sure. But I can guarantee you one thing. Your seat here or your position or your job here is going to be very short if you get into murmuring. The Lord hates murmuring. Keep reading.
And Moses was very wroth, and said unto the Lord, respect not thou their offering. I have not taken one ass from them, neither have I hurt one of them. And Moses said unto Korah, but be thou and all thy company before the Lord, thou and they and Aaron tomorrow.
And so he said, you know what? I ain't hurt not one of them. I ain't never spoke against nobody. I ain't never hurt nobody. But yet and still, you got an issue with me and Aaron. So we're going to figure this out tomorrow, okay? We're going to figure this out tomorrow. Go to verse 11.
Verse 11.
Start at verse 12. Just go, 11. Go ahead.
Verse 11. For which cause both thou and all thy company are gathered together against the Lord, and what is Aaron, that ye murmur against him?
Come on.
And
I'm
Moses,
sorry. I meant to go to verse 21.
verse 21. Separate your
19. Go ahead, 19, verse 19. My bad, y'all. Verse 19.
Verse 19. And Korah gathered all the congregation against them unto the door of the tabernacle of the congregation.
Mm-hmm.
And the glory of the Lord appeared unto all the congregation.
Come on.
And the Lord spake unto Moses and unto Aaron, saying,
He didn't speak to Dathan. He didn't speak to Abiram. Who did he speak to?
unto Moses and unto Aaron,
Oh, okay. Go ahead.
separate yourselves from among this congregation, that I may consume them in the moment.
Uh-huh.
And they fell upon their faces and said, O God, the God of the spirits of all flesh, shall one man sin, and wilt thou be wroth with all the congregation?
You see that? Now, remember, in the beginning, it said all the congregation murmured against Moses and Aaron. But here, in verse 22. Read it one more time.
And they fell upon their faces and said, O God, the God of the spirits of all flesh, shall one man sin, and wilt thou be wroth with all the congregation?
So he's saying, Lord, have mercy upon the children of Israel. Shall one man sin and you destroy the whole congregation? But in verse 1, it said, all the congregation murmured against the Lord. Meaning that from these one man or these two men started all the murmuring and the complaining. Remember, the scripture says a little leaven leaveneth the whole lump. Cast out the scorner, and enmity and strife shall cease. That's what it's going into. He's saying, Lord, I know they're guilty by association, but the issue are these men that we're talking to right now, the Dotham, Abiram, these men right here. These are the issue, Lord. Have mercy upon the children of Israel, because the Lord was just going to put them all to death. He's going to open up their, or destroy all of them. Consumed, it said, in a moment. You know how quick a moment is? Okay? Gone. Kapoof. Okay? Read.
And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, Speak unto the congregation, saying, Get you up from about the tabernacle of Korah, Dathan, and Abiram.
Abiram. So there's three men. He said, all right, Israel, scoot away from these guys. Go ahead.
And Moses rose up and went unto Dathan and Abiram, and the elders of Israel followed him.
Come on.
And he spake unto the congregation, saying, Depart, I pray you, from the tents of these wicked men.
Of what?
From the tents of these wicked men.
So murmuring makes you a wicked man, and it makes you a wicked woman. Okay, read.
And touch nothing of theirs, lest ye be consumed in all their sins.
Come on.
So they got up from the tabernacles of Korah, Dathan, and Abiram on every side. And Dathan and Abiram came out and stood in the door of their tents, and their wives.
And their what?
And their wives.
Uh-huh.
And their sons.
And their sons.
And their little children.
So their whole family came out. Wives, sons, and little children. Okay, go ahead.
And Moses said, Hereby ye shall know that the Lord hath sent me to do all these works, for I have not done them of mine own mind.
Right, I ain't done all of this by my own self. The Lord is working with me. Just like you got the bishops, the deacons, and the captains, and the leadership following them. We don't do all of this by ourselves. It's the Lord working with us. But when you murmur against your leaders, you're murmuring against God. You're murmuring against the mind and the spirit that the Lord God is moving within in your congregation. Just because you don't understand it don't mean that the Lord's not working. And that's why the Lord said it's wicked. That's why it is a sin, because it is your doubt and your disbelief that the Lord is in the midst. Now you're going to end up doing your own thing. Read.
If these men die the common death of all men,
If they die just regular, go ahead.
or if they be visited after the visitation of all men,
Uh-huh.
then the Lord hath not sent me.
Right. If nothing happens today and they die of old age or they get sick or something regular happens, then the Lord's not dealing with me. Read.
But if the Lord make a new thing,
Make a what?
make a new thing,
Something you ain't never seen before. Read.
and the earth open up her mouth.
So he knew what was going to happen. Obviously, the Lord has spoke with him. He said, hey, Moses, watch what I'm going to do tomorrow. But I'm going to show you something crazy. What you going to do, Lord? I'm going to open the earth. You going to what? I'm going to open the earth. Imagine that. All right, keep reading.
and swallow them up with all their appurtenant unto them.
Uh-huh. And all that appertain unto them. So their children. It's all right. It's all right. It's okay. He made up a new word. All right. No, it's all good. Their children. Okay. Their house, their goods, their substances. That's why the Lord said, don't touch their stuff. Leave all of that. Everything that appertains unto them, leave it there. Okay, go ahead.
And they go down quick into the pit. Then ye shall understand that these men have provoked the Lord.
So once he shows you this, you're going to learn who the children of who the Lord is moving with and who he's not moving with. Read.
And it shall come to pass as he had made an end of speaking all these words, that the ground clave asunder that was under them.
Right. Then the ground clave asunder that was under them. So you start to shake. You be like, oh. The kids, Daddy, Daddy. Everything starts to happen, and you hear the jingling of the pots and the pans on the inside of the tent. Everything falling. You looking behind like, oh, man, what's going on? And then you just, the floor open up. The ground opens up. You ever seen them cartoons where the ground opened up so fast that you just standing on air and then you go? That's probably them. All right, you seen that before? That's them. Read.
And the earth opened her mouth and swallowed them up and their houses.
And their houses. Read.
And all the men that appertained unto Korah and all their goods.
And all their goods. And read that last one, verse 33.
They and all that appertained to them went down alive into the pit.
They were buried alive. Read.
And the earth closed upon them, and they perished from among the congregation.
And it's like nothing happened. Open and closed.
What?
You understand that? The earth ate them. They were cooked, bro. They're done. Okay, they were buried alive. Read verse 34. I got it. And all Israel that were round about them fled at the cry of them. For they said, lest the earth swallow us up also. It said, all Israel that were round about them fled at the cry of them. You know what that means? As the ground opened up, you can hear them. All the way down. Like, dang, hello. Done. I wonder how far that went. They probably still down there. No, I'm joking. Rumor has it. But they're still falling. All right? It's a heavy thing. Don't play with the Lord. He said, I will do a new thing. You keep messing with the children of Israel. It could be the sister next to you. You don't know who that sister is in the spirit. You don't know who that brother is in the spirit. And here you go. The Lord didn't deliver them from hell and death to bring them in here to get their soul right, and here you go. You better check yourself. All right? Check your spirit. All right, bring up that first definition of murmuring. All right, of murmur. So murmur and gossip are two different things, but they cross paths in a way. Okay, we're not going to talk about gossip today. We're going to talk about murmuring, all right? Go ahead. Yeah, he got bad eyes. You guys zoom in. He got them army eyes. Airborne. All right, go ahead.
Definition of murmur: a soft
soft
and distinct sound made by a person or group of people speaking quietly or at a distance.
Right, so they're speaking quietly or at a distance, and sometimes it can be soft. It's not like the loud tumult. I can't believe they did it. No, it's not talking about that. It's those, hey, bro, I don't know, man. You know, I'm about tired of this guy, man. I'm gonna tell you something right now. You know what I'm saying? I don't really. It could be that. It could be in your house. It could be anywhere, in the car. So sometimes, like I said, we fall into the spirit of murmuring, but a spiritual man, it judges all things. Meaning that you should be able to judge within your spirit if you've been fasting and reading and, you know, really being around leadership, trying to tap into the spirit of unity and say, wait. Okay, that's enough. That's enough. I'm not venting anymore. I'm not upset anymore. I'm murmuring. If you're around a brother, you'd be like, hey, hold up. Okay, that's it. I think we've gone far enough. Okay. If a sister is hey, sis, all right. You just said one too many things. That's it. All right, we're done. Let's find some solutions. Let's figure it out.
Shalom, Israel. This is Bishop Nathaniel. I want you to know that you can view all our Sabbath classes live on IUIC TV. That's right, I said on IUIC TV. Download the app today. Shalom.
Can you read it? Go back, bring it back up. Go down. Let's go to show more. All right, and go to similar. Yep. Read some of those similars. So this is what you're doing in a murmur type environment. Go ahead.
Whisper, undertone, mutter, mumble.
Why? So nobody hears you. What is it?
Mumble.
Okay.
Complaint.
So you're complaining at a low mumble or at a whisper. Read.
Grumble.
You're grumbling about something.
Moan.
Uh-huh.
Gross.
Uh-huh. I like that last two. Read the last two.
Beef.
You're beefing about something. So something is irritating your soul to the point where you keep bringing it up. It could be to yourself. It could be to someone else. Murmuring is when you're upset about something and you have a beef or a gripe, I think is a gripe about something, right, that you don't agree with or that irritates you or frustrates you. You say it to yourself or you say it to other people repeatedly. The Lord does not like that. As a matter of fact, the Lord calls it wicked. It's complaining. So read those last two.
Beef.
Bitch. What'd you say? Bitch. Okay. All right. That's what the definition says. Okay? We just reading the definition. Okay? All right. So that's what happens. So when a brother is doing that and a brother continuously does that, you fall into those definitions. Okay? Maybe the second to last one or maybe the last one, according to the definition. All right? So don't let that be you. All right? Bring up the other definition of murmur. We got a few more scriptures here, but we got a few minutes. All right? So we're going to try to do a lot in a little bit of time. Okay. Yeah, I like that one. Go ahead.
Number 1, a half-suppressed or muttered complaint.
Don't murder the complaint.
Grumbling.
All right, so it says a half-suppressed or muttered complaint, grumbling. Because somebody might say something, be like, what you say? I ain't say nothing. You said something. I ain't say nothing. I'm good. I ain't got nothing to say. I mean, I said what I had to say. You did? What'd you say? What are you talking? I said everything I said is what I had to say. I don't understand. Right? It could be especially within in marriages. Brothers be murmuring about their wife. Wives be murmuring about their Lord. Okay? Sisters be murmuring about sisters. Brothers be murmuring about. You gotta stop. The Lord said that is wicked and it's sin, even if it's soft and suppressed. That's why it's a quiet destroyer. Because after time, people like you will start to cleave unto you, and then you'll be a whole camp. And the Lord will open up the ground on you, and you'll be done. All right, go back to the definition.
A low and distinct but often continuous sound.
It's a low, distinct, and often continuous sound. Right? It's something that continues. Not only do you talk about it once, but you keep talking about the same thing continuously. You be like, what's going on? I'm talking to myself. Is yourself responding? Are you questioning yourself? Is yourself giving you answers? Because if so, we should probably have you checked out. Okay? You say you're talking to yourself, be careful with that, all right? Because you may be talking to legion, for we are many. In layman's terms, you got demons. You got to figure that out, okay? So if you're murmuring, you got to stop. Okay, effects of murmuring. Let's get some of these effects, and then we get back into the scriptures. You know I like definitions, man. I want the people to know what's going on, all right? All right. Nope. Go to the other one first. Is that the first one? Effects of group. Oh, yeah. There we go. That's what I like. Bring that one up. Shout out to the IT and BT team, man. Y'all in the spirit.
Yeah.
Right. You know he got bad eyes. Yep. Zoom up for him. Come on, young Judah. All right. Go ahead. Say it. No. Murmuring.
Murmuring has negative effects on individuals and groups by creating discontent,
So it brings discontent,
spreading negativity
Uh-huh.
and weakening faith.
Is that not what we just read? We read that, okay, in Numbers chapter 16. Numbers, the 16th chapter. Oh, my God. Just read.
It can cause disunity
It can cause disunification. That's the word of the day. Come on.
and conflict within a community.
What's the community? Our community or congregation. Come on.
Lead to a sense of hopelessness and result in a loss of joy and productivity.
Wow. So it brings a sense of hopelessness. What does that look like? Oh, God. Ain't nothing going to change, man. It's the same way today as it was 3 months ago. God, and now your joy is gone and your productivity is gone, meaning you're not giving the full zeal that you had when you first got the office. You're no longer week one, day one, or day one, week one. You know, you don't have that same fire in you because now you're discontent about some things. And your spirit starts to rub off on other spirits. Read.
For instance, it can be a leaven.
It's a what?
A leaven.
A little leaven. Leaven's the whole lump. Read.
That spreads among people, causing them to doubt and be disobedient.
And become disobedient to what? To the laws and to their leadership. You understand that? That's how it grows. That's how it went to all the congregation, even though Moses pointed it out and said, no, it's these 3 men, Lord. Don't get rid of the congregation, get rid of these men. That's how it starts. A little leaven. Effects on individuals. Go now. We're just going to read a couple. Come on.
Weakens faith. Murmuring can cause doubt to grow, making one focus on problems rather than God's promises and shrinking faith.
And shrinking faith. So you're worried about the issues more than you're worried about the man or the God that can fix the issues. That's why he says it's wicked. It's sin, because now you start to idolize God. He says, I will not give my glory to another. You're glorifying your issues and you ain't glorifying the issue fixer. You understand that? Murmuring can destroy your faith, and it can destroy the faith of others that are around you. Like who? Like your children. Like the little ones in the house. That's why the Lord said, look, I got to get rid of the wife and the kids. So bad, he had to get rid of your stuff. It's a spiritual thing. We think it's physical. It's a spiritual thing. Those spirits start to sit on your clothes. It starts to sit on your shoes. That's why you just can't take things from everybody. That spirit starts to rest everywhere and defile everything. And now you done took it in. You're trying to figure out why your toes is tingling all the time. You understand? You're trying to figure out why your shoulder's itching and you just got this shirt from a sister. Because that sister's defiled. That's why. All right? It's a spiritual thing. Let's go back. Let's get one more.
Causes negativity and bitterness. It can embitter the soul, sour the spirit, and rob one of the joy of life.
Right. So somebody come in and don't want to keep the feast days and don't want to keep the high holy days with joy and gladfulness of heart, we start to wonder, what's up with you, sis? What's up with you, bro? Something's going on. All right. Maybe you're being robbed because you are murmuring against a sister, a brother, or your leadership.
Bruh.
Could it be? Okay. Read that one. Leads to discontent, and we're going to go to the next.
Leads to discontent. It is a sign of dissatisfaction with one's circumstances and can lead to a feeling of emptiness or a lack of purpose.
Right. So because of what someone else is doing, it robs you from your lack of purpose. Imagine that. They sleeping good at night, and here you are up for hours. I can't. You not being productive with nothing. You better stop. All right. You have to stop. All right. Effects on something else, right? What was the other one? How it can affect the Come on. We got a little bit of time here, probably less than 30 minutes. Oh, yeah. Effects on groups and communities. I like these. Read a couple of these.
Effects on groups and communities promotes disunity. Murmuring can sow discord and create strife within a group.
Okay. Spreads negativity. Read that one.
It is contagious and can spread like a virus, infecting others with negativity and discontent.
Okay. Affects others. Come on. Spreads like a virus. Read.
Undermines leadership.
It does what?
Undermines leadership.
Come on.
It can undermine the work of leaders and damage the influence and work of those targeted by the murmuring.
So murmuring is targeted. It's specific things that you say. You don't highlight the goods. You don't highlight the potentials. You don't highlight the attributes. You target by certain words and certain discontents about a person to influence. Okay, to influence, and it could damage your leaders or the brothers and sisters next to you. Damages relationships. Read that one.
It can cause gossip and rumors that hurt those being talked about.
So, what happened? I don't think so. So, this murmuring is so strong that it causes gossip and it causes rumors. Okay, these two things fall from murmuring. Okay, so you better check that spirit. If you got a gossip girl spirit, brothers can have gossip girl spirits too. Okay, if you got a gossip girl spirit, because remember the definition of murmur. What was that last one on there? I mean, you know, I want you to read it. You ain't got to pull it up, but y'all remember what it said. Okay, beef, and there you go, double B's. Okay, don't be a double B. Okay, bitching over your beef. All right, don't do that. All right, can we say that? I don't want to get a red flag. All right, go ahead, bring that up.
Hinders progress.
Hinders progress. Go ahead.
As with the Israelites, murmuring can delay progress and lead to destructive consequences.
That's what we're talking about. Okay, you are the Israelites. It can lead to destructive consequences. All right, so we don't want that. All right, we do not want that in the congregation of the Lord. All right, let's go to Exodus 22 and verse 28. Thank you for bringing those definitions up. Let's push through these scriptures so that we can get this understanding. All right, Exodus 22, 28. Read.
Exodus chapter 22, verse 28.
Come on.
Thou shalt not revile the gods, nor curse the rulers of thy people.
Nor what? Curse?
Curse the rulers of thy people.
Right, don't revile the gods, nor curse the rulers of your people. Don't speak against your leadership. Don't speak against the gods that the Lord put over you. Because when you do, the Lord is coming for you. All right? He's going to open that ground up. And that could look like many things in today's day and time. He might not do something new. He might do something old. All right? May fire you. All right? He may get you into a couple of car crashes just to wake you up. All right? He may do certain things to you, make your hair fall out. All right? Wonder why you smell like anchovies all the time. Ain't nothing wrong with you, but you smell like all right? You got to stop. The Lord will do some things to you. Okay? Get Ecclesiastes 10 and 20.
Book of Ecclesiastes chapter 10, verse 20. Curse not the king.
Curse what?
Curse not the king.
We just read about that. Come on.
No, not in thy thought.
Not even in your thoughts. The Lord said, don't curse the king in your thoughts. Don't curse the anointed of the Lord, your leadership, the gods. Do not revile them in your thoughts. Why? Because out of the abundance of the heart, the mouth will speak. If you don't correct your thoughts, then you're going to by nature, eventually speak these things. Read.
And curse not the rich in thy bedchamber.
And curse not the rich, which is going into the rich in spirit, or your leaders, those that have rule over you, not even in your bedchambers. You think it's all good when you're behind closed doors. Remember, it's a spiritual thing. Read.
For a bird of the air shall carry the voice. And that which hath wings shall tell the matter.
You see that? The Lord says a little birdie is going to hear it, it's going to carry the voice, and something's going to be said. So the Lord's going to make it to a way where it is eventually going to come out. And leadership going to be like, oh, yeah, I already knew you was feeling some type of way. I could tell. I heard it from some so-and-so. Well, I didn't tell so-and-so. Maybe they overheard it. I don't know. But now that little leavening became a whole lump because you ain't corrected when you had it in your mind. You got to fix it, and it starts here. Okay? You have to fix it. Go to Esther chapter 1 and verse 10. Let's look at this example real quick. Okay? Remember, the things written aforetime were written for our learning. Okay, go ahead.
Esther chapter 1, verse 10. Mm-hmm. On the 7th day, when the heart of the king was merry with wine, he commanded Mehumam, Beztha, Herabona, Bigtha, and Abagtha,
Okay.
Zethar, and Karsas, the 7 chamberlains that served in the presence of Ahasuerus the king.
So you had Ahasuerus the king. He has 7 chamberlain that served close to him. Okay, keep reading.
To bring Vashti the queen before the king with the crown royal, to show the people and the princess her beauty.
All right. Now, I mean, just a side note. This is the only reason I drink Crown Royal. It's because it's in the Bible. Okay? No, I'm just joking. But, what the point was that King Ahasuerus, I think it's Artaxerxes the first, okay, he has 7 chamberlains that served with him. And when you read up, he was throwing a feast for his men. He was throwing a feast for the power. It's at the power of the kingdom. I understand that. So he was showing appreciation and love. And these 7 chamberlains were nearest close unto him. Now, let's go to Esther chapter 2 and verse 21.
Book of Esther chapter 2, verse 21. In those days when Mordecai sat in the king's gate, 2 of the king's chamberlains.
Okay, so when Mordecai was sitting in the king's gate, it said 2 of the chamberlains. These are not the same 2 that was part of the 7 chamberlains. Read.
Bigthan and Teresh, of those which kept the door.
So these were the doorkeepers. So the chamberlains were those that were close to the king. They knew his goings, they knew his schedule, they knew the ins and outs and his details of the day. They watched over the virgins and the women and made sure things were good. They were paid good, ate well with the king. But what happened? They were the keepers of the door. They weren't at the feast. They weren't named, but they were still close to the king. But they were the keepers at the door. Keep reading.
Of those which kept the door were wroth, and sought to lay hand on the king Ahasuerus. And the things was known to Mordecai.
And it was known to Mordecai. Remember we read that don't even speak in your chambers, because the word can be heard and it can be carried. And then somehow it's going to come out. Well, this is a situation where you had men who were amongst the king, who were in the king's house, who were being taken care of, had money, position, but they were wroth against the king. So much so that they wanted to put hands on the king, and they murmured against the king to themselves. But they weren't really alone, because Mordecai was there. Read.
Who told it unto Esther the queen.
And then she told it. Go ahead.
And Esther certified the king thereof in Mordecai's name. And when inquisition was made of the matter, it was found out. Therefore, they were both hanged on a tree.
They were what?
Hanged on a tree.
Come on.
And it was written in the book of the Chronicles before the king.
You see that? So just them talking about it out of their anger and their wrath. They didn't even may not have really put the plan together. But they, you know what? If I could, boy, I'd put hands on this man. Man, I want to hit. How would you do it? I would probably get one of them. You know how he got that candle holder by his bed? Yeah, no, the one with the candle holder from Egypt. We got him 2 weeks ago. Oh yeah, the one with the gold plate. Yes, bro, I would take that. And as he was getting up, I'll call his name, Artaxerxes. He would get up, and I'll bop him in the head. Bink. You see what I'm saying? They may have just been talking about it, and you know what it is. But it was heard. And it was told, and they were put to death for what? Murmuring. I'm telling you, the Lord ain't playing with it. You better quit it, because the Lord ain't playing with it. All right? So even though these men served at the door, it wasn't good enough for them because it wasn't named amongst the 7 that served with King Ahasuerus. That's where it comes from. Discontent. All right? Let's get Psalm 76 and 5. Let's read that. We
The
got
book of
15
Psalm
minutes.
chapter 76, verse 5.
Mm-hmm.
The stout-hearted are spoiled. They have slept their sleep, and none of the men of might have found their hands.
Okay. All right. That's a great precept, but I want 75 and 6. My bad. Go ahead.
Psalm chapter 75, verse 6.
Come on.
For promotion cometh neither from the east, nor from the west, nor from the south.
Uh-huh.
But God
But
is
who?
but God.
But who?
But God
Come on.
is the judge.
God is the judge in every situation, in every school, in every congregation, in every country, in every household. God is the judge. And what happens?
He putteth down one
Uh-huh.
and setteth up another.
So for the Lord to put your leaders over you, and that brother and sister next to you, or that husband over you, or that wife under you, and you murmur against who the Lord put into your life, you're not no longer speaking against them. You're speaking against the Lord. And that's why you have to make sure that you get your spirit right in your mind when that thought comes in. And you say, you know what? I'm upset. I got beef, right? I'm beep about something. Let me fix it in myself, take it to the Lord, and then Lord willing, I could bring it forth as a Matthew 18. You understand that? We got to get it together, y'all. Go to Micah chapter 7 and verse 5. But what happens is, remember it said, don't even curse them in your chambers, in your house. What also happens? Read.
Micah chapter 7, verse 5.
Come on.
Trust ye not in a friend.
Trust ye not in a friend. Come on.
Put ye not confidence in a guide.
Uh-huh.
Keep the doors of thy mouth from her that lieth in thy bosom.
Ooh. It says, keep the doors, your lips, from her that lieth in the bosom. What does that mean? Brothers, at certain times, in certain ways, say certain things to their wife, or to their wife, or their wives, whatever the case may be, okay? So they say it once, they say it twice, and then they start to murmur. Let me go back. When I said wives, and whatever the case may be, I'm not talking about multiple wives, okay? Just so people get it right. Did you hear what also Baruch said? I ain't say that. What I'm saying is, get your spirit together.
Yeah.
All right? Get it right. Read it one more time.
Micah chapter 7, verse 5.
Uh-huh.
Trust ye not in a friend. Put ye not confidence in a guide.
Uh-huh.
Keep the doors of thy mouth from her that lieth in thy bosom.
Right. Stop spreading everything to your wife. Stop telling her your gripes and your issues. Stop bitching to your wife. You understand that? Why? Because what's going to happen is you feel something and you start to murmur and you start to feel a certain type of way. Then she also, because of you, starts to feel a certain type of way. Then when you get over it like men do, she's still going to be holding on to it. She's still going to feel a certain way about that sister. She's still going to feel a certain way about that brother. She's still going to feel a certain way about the leadership that you serve with or that's over you. And then what? And then a little leaven leavens the whole lump. Then she starts to spread it. And then now the whole household is falling apart. So I would implore you, when that thought of discontent, of disunification is the word of the day, when it starts to creep up, fix it, fast on it, pray on it, do a Matthew 18 if you have to. You understand that? This is how we fix the issues within the congregation, the issues within the marriages, because wives be murmuring about their husband too, even if it's to themselves. They do. If that's you, you have to fix it because it is a wicked spirit. And that spirit won't get into the kingdom. Imagine that, everybody complaining. Lord, you said this was going to be pure gold. We ain't never seen pure gold in our life. Lord, you said it's going to be pure gold. It is pure gold. I don't know, Lord. I mean, the way that it shine, it just don't, I don't know. It look better in America. That's going to be you. It's just going to flow out. You ain't even going to mean to. All right? So what happens when you got that type of spirit? It sets root within you. Then, in times to come, there will be people who are sent in as spies. You forget about COINTELPRO? We are the greatest movement on the face of the earth. And you mean to tell me that the government don't know about this? You mean to tell me that they're not going to try to send in spies and send in people to break up the congregations and to make heresy? You mean to tell me that every great black, Hispanic, Native American movement that ever touched here in America, that was destroyed by the so-called white man and the enemies of God, that this going to be the only thing that's not touched by them? Come on now. You better stop. Before we get that video, get Sirach 27 and verse 9.
The book of Sirach, chapter 27, verse 9.
Come on.
The birds will resort unto their like.
Every bird resorts to his like. You don't really see an eagle kicking it with a vulture. You don't really see that. They kick it with eagles. You don't see pigeons kicking it with geese. You just don't see it. Every bird resorts to his like. Read.
So will truth return unto them that practice in her.
If you're practicing in the truth, keeping the laws, statutes, and commandments, it's going to return unto you. You're going to say, you know what? I got to stop murmuring. I do have this spirit. Like right now, you might be cut, but still you're going to fix it. Or your truth might be like, I say whatever I want to say. That's going to return unto you too. Read.
As the lion lieth in wait for the prey, so sin for them that work iniquity.
You see that? As a lion for the prey, that sin is going to be waiting for you. It's going to reveal itself, and it's going to show up in quiet manners so that you can fall right into it. Click that video real quick. Show that. So this is the woman from the SPLC. She speaks on how to create disunification within congregations that's worked many times in the past. And guess what? They're trying to do it today. Go ahead.
Do is bust up the groups. We try to sow discord among the organizations, show that the people who lead these organizations are hypocrites, and so on, to give people a chance to look at what they've gotten involved in and maybe reconsider it.
And you've seen that work?
It absolutely works. The number one thing I would say that drives people out of hate groups is seeing their leadership corrupt.
So they name us a hate group. This is the biggest love group that the face of the earth has ever seen, okay? Through God's laws, statutes, commandments, and the faith of Christ. But what they try to do is because they can't own it, tax it, they can't control it, it's hateful to them, okay? So they try intentionally to put in seeds of discord. Who says that? We try to sow seeds of discord amongst the group. Only the devil does that. You understand? They don't do that to the KKK. They do it to any black, Hispanic, Native American groups that are trying to come together. This is not going to be any different. So when you have that murmur seed in you and you're discontent, what do you think that spirit that they send in here is going to cleave to? It's going to cleave to you. It's going to cleave to the bird in you, you silly dove. Okay? That's what's going to happen. Every bird resort to his like. Get Wisdom of Solomon. We got like 8 minutes. Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 1.
Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 1, verse 1.
Yep.
Love righteousness, ye that be judges of the earth.
Come on.
Think of the Lord with good heart.
Don't think of the Lord with an evil heart or your people with the evil heart to murmur after them. Remember, God is in control of everything. There is a God. Read.
And in simplicity of heart seek him. For he will be found of them that tempt him not.
Come on.
And showeth himself unto such as do not distrust him.
So murmuring comes out of distrusting God. You don't believe he can fix the situation. You don't believe he will fix the situation. You know what it is? Sometimes you don't believe that you're worthy enough for your situation to get fixed, so you're going to try to fix it yourself. You better stop. Strengthen your faith. Read.
For froward thoughts separate from God and his power. When it is tried,
Through your murmuring and through your words, what happens?
reproveth the unwise.
God's going to reprove you. Read.
For into a malicious soul wisdom shall not enter.
So when you have murmuring, when you have backbiting, when you have complaining is a facet of murmuring. Okay, it's like the foundation of murmuring. When you're complaining about your Lord, when you're complaining about leadership, when you're complaining about the brothers and sisters next to you, the Lord says that's a malicious soul. Wisdom cannot enter there. Read.
Nor dwell in the body that is subject unto sin.
Come on.
For the Holy Spirit of discipline will flee deceit, and remove from thoughts that are without understanding.
So your discipline will start to go. Now, it used to be you say once a week. Now you're saying it every 10 minutes. You're upset about it every other day. Read.
And will not abide when unrighteousness cometh in.
And it leads to other sins. Read.
For wisdom is a loving spirit.
Wisdom is a what?
A loving spirit.
Come on.
And will not acquit a blasphemer of his words.
Of his words. Because a form of blasphemy is speaking against your leadership. A form of blasphemy is speaking against those that the Lord brought in here. Offending the little ones. A form of blasphemy is speaking against those that God put in control over you, whether you're by yourself or whether you're with others. It's murmuring, it's complaining, it's wicked. Read.
For God is witness of his reigns, and a true beholder of his heart, and a hearer of his tongue.
So the Lord is a true beholder of your heart and a witness of your reigns, your intentions. Did you mean to say that? Are you going to correct it? Are you going to fix it? Or are you going to just keep going within that sin? And he's a hearer of your words. He knows the subtleties and why you said it. Why did you say that? Oh, nothing. I just said it. The Lord judging that. Read.
For the Spirit of the Lord filleth the world.
The Spirit of the Lord is everywhere. That's why it's a spiritual thing. You think it's carnal. You think your words are just carnal. It's a spiritual thing. Read.
And that which containeth all things have knowledge of the voice.
And that which containeth all things, which is the Spirit of the Lord, acknowledges. And he has knowledge of the voice. Of what voice? The voice of murmuring. It's like it's keen to it. They can't get into the kingdom with that. He can't get into the kingdom with that. She's speaking against her Lord. See? She don't know. I got 7 lined up for him. yeah. She don't mean the back of the line with that, if at all. You better get your spirit together. Read.
Therefore, he that speaketh unrighteous things cannot be hid.
When you murmur, the Lord says you cannot be hid. Read.
Neither shall vengeance, when it punisheth, pass by him.
And the Lord said that vengeance, when it's your turn or when it passed by you, when you want it to pass over you, but it's going to pass by you and take you with it. It ain't going to pass over you. You ain't going to make it to the next Passover or to the new Passover. It's going to pass right by you and stop at you. You don't want that. All right? It's going to be vengeance of the Lord. We're almost done. Get Philippians chapter 2, verse 13. Philippians chapter 2 and verse 13. Wait. Dang, I stopped too soon. I'm going to read verse 11. While you get that, I'm going to read verse 11. Verse 10. It's in Wisdom of Solomon 1 and 10. It says, for the ear of jealousy heareth all things, and the noise of murmurings is not hid. Verse 11. Therefore beware of murmuring, which is unprofitable, and refrain your tongue from backbiting. For there is no word so secret that shall be for naught, and the mouth that belieth slayeth the soul. You understand? So when you speak, when you speak in murmuring and backbiting and complaining against your leadership, your Lord, your sister, your brother, the Lord says it's going to destroy your soul. All right, read that.
Philippians chapter 2, verse 13.
Come on.
For it is God which worketh in you, both to will and to do his good pleasure. Do all things without murmuring.
Without what?
Without murmuring and disputings, that ye may be blameless and harmless, the sons of God, without rebuke, in the midst of a crooked and perverse nation, among whom ye shine as lights in the world.
You see that? You're supposed to shine as light in this world. So the things that you do it without murmuring. Shine in front of your children. Shine in front of your daughter. Do for your daughter what your mother didn't do for you. Don't speak against your Lord. Don't speak against the men. You understand that? Figure it out within yourself. Get your spirit together. Fast, pray, and apply the scriptures we're going over. Okay? Jude 16.
Jude verse 16. These are murmurers.
These are what?
Are murmurers.
Come on.
Complainers, walking after their own lusts.
When you complain and you murmur, you're walking after your own lust. You put your issues over the issue of fixer, which is God. Read.
And their mouth speaketh great swelling words, having men's persons in admiration because of advantage.
Because of advantage. That's what we just read about. Okay. All right. Give me 1 Corinthians 10 and 10.
1 Corinthians chapter 10, verse 10. Neither murmur ye, as some of them also murmured, and were destroyed of the destroyer.
Okay. Give me Psalms chapter 42 and verse 1, and we're going to finish up here. All right. Psalms 42 and verse 1. I got it. It says, I poured out my complaint before him and showed before him my trouble, when my spirit was overwhelmed within me. All right. So when you're overwhelmed, when your spirit is troubled, when you're going through things and people don't understand, you have to pour your complaint unto the Lord your God, because he put you here for a reason. All right. So that's it. Okay. That is today's class. It's called Murmuring, the Quiet Destroyer. I pray that you get your spirits together. If you deal with that, if you don't deal with it, put it in your pocket, hold it for later, or your spiritual pocket. All right. Make sure that you're sending. All right. Make sure you're supporting. Donate to the Booster Club. All right. You see the bishops and the deacons, the captains, officers doing mighty things around the earth. Okay.
Across the earth, the prophets move. From city streets to distant lands, the message